Greetings, humanoid earthlings and AI nanobots everywhere. It is Shaboy Mr. E. Happy Saturday. Turn the sat around. Here we are. It is another beautiful day. Happy holiday weekend for those of you that are doing that. Happy weekend for those of you that aren't. Got some charts to look at. Daily update today. Not much has changed since yesterday. Just still cruising along sideways. So we're just going to breeze through a few charts, see what's happening. Wanted to start off today on the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. This TA 101 right here. You can see we got a support level. We break through it, come back, test it, fail to get through, and reject, and we are rolling back over. So you'll see this happen quite frequently in the charts. Prior support is broken and retest flips to resistance, and the downtrend continues. You can see longer term price is in a bit of a falling wedge here. This isn't really too full yet. This could play out for some time before springing back up and breaking out of this, if it happens at all. So this is generally a bullish pattern, but this could really continue down for a ways before this breaks out. It's said that usually these fill up about 75%. Not sure where that data comes from. Be hard to look at every falling wedge ever, count them all, and say that 75% of them did that, but I guess somebody did. So cheers to you, Mr. Falling Wedge Counterman. Anyway, ETH Bitcoin falling wedge, resistance at 0.0678. Next support is 0.062. Underneath that, there's not a whole lot there. So let's check it in on the total market cap on the right. Still running up against this resistance at the 1.17 trillion level. Not much happening, just cruising along sideways. Bitcoin dominance, just same, cruising along sideways. Still trying to get through this 48% level. Not much happening there. So we'll just stay tuned and see what happens. Again, if this goes up and this goes down, we're going to see the altcoins run. If this goes down and this goes up, altcoins most likely will get destroyed. Not literally. The price, the value will go down a lot, especially against Bitcoin. But that is a big if. Remember, anything can happen here. Anything can happen. Oh, somebody's calling me. You're just going to have to wait. Moving right on, Bollinger Band squeeze. We are still squeezing up down at this 0.06.5 level. Slight tick up on the momentum, so we'll see how this plays out. Really, yesterday had a bit of a bear lean. Today we got a tick back up, so we'll see how this plays out. We are right on the zero line right now, so this thing is right smack dab in the middle. Not a whole lot of new information there, just a slight tick up, so really not much of a bias on the direction yet. However, if we look at the stochastics on the daily, we are pointed down, slight tick up. Run through these real quick. 2-day is down. This is below the 80. See what our higher term time frames are doing. 3 days about to cross. 4-day about to cross. 5-day fresh cross down. Weekly, we hit our 100, tick down. 2 week is up. 3 week is up, getting close to the 100. And the monthly is still up. And if we just look at the MACD on the daily, you can see we have a bear cross, and the momentum is definitely going with the bears as denoted by this histogram. You can see these bars are getting bigger and they're staying red. That means these lines are getting further apart, and the bearish momentum is winning the battle right now on the daily chart. Moving right along, here's another chart. I was looking at these moving averages, just playing around today. Came up with this. So these are two longer term exponential moving averages. The blue is the 610 and the green is the 987. Those are two Fibonacci numbers high up there in the sequence. And you can see we're holding support on both of those. There's been one other time where we had something similar play out back here in 2015 where the lines came kind of close. We had a little divergence here on the PMO, and then we just continued our rise up. So we'll see if we get something similar like that. This 610 EMA is also interesting. You can see back in 2018 held it as support when we broke through it, and then we had our capitulation. This could also be used, the higher one, the 987, for some dollar cost average territory. When we drop below that, historically these have been really good times to get into the market for some longer term positions. Not financial advice, educational only. So we'll see if we can hold these two supports, these moving averages. You can see a little divergence here. PMO flipped to red, just confirming what the MACD is telling us, that there is some bearish momentum. And we'll see if these lines actually cross. They've never crossed in the history of Bitcoin. I think it would take a pretty significant move to make that happen, as these are very high numbered EMAs. ETH, we're still eyeing our rising wedge here. Last 3 days have been red days. Got a little green opening on the candle today. We'll see if that continues. Still eyeing this for a target. If this trend line breaks, you can see our volume cluster here. Should be some support there if this does break down. Bitcoin, on this chart, we're on the 4 hours, still in this upper channel here. Take another look at this just to remind us we are still in a uptrend on the 4 hour. This is our bottom, 15.5 or 0.4K, and moving up. So uptrend still intact, and we are just coiling up. Bulls showing up a little bit at the open today. We'll see if that continues or not. This trend line might be breaking right here. Not quite. Not a perfect trend line, so it's kind of hard to get an exact yes or no on that. Head on over to our bull flag symmetrical chart. Still potential. It is still in play as we're still in this channel. We'll see what happens. Wanted to take another look at this daily RSI pattern. Been watching this the past few days, kind of been in a descending triangle, but we did have a tick up, and it actually looks like we are breaking this upper trend line as we speak, which is notable. Usually when you see a trend line break on the RSI after 3 or so touches, there can be some moves, especially with the current market conditions and everything squeezing up so tight. So there is a move brewing, and we're just gonna have to stay tuned and see which way it goes. That's all I got for today. Happy Saturday, everybody. This is Mr. E. Thank you for tuning in. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe, hit the like. Come back tomorrow. It's your boy. Have a wonderful evening.